Every formula.
Coming at you live from Venus. Uncle Dre and Auntie Chris bring you Gangster Goddess Broadcast.
Welcome to Gangster Goddess Broadcast with Auntie Dre and Uncle Chris. Forget about it. It's all backwards. All I know is that
Uncle
we
Chris,
have a great guest today.
Again, you're dyslexic.
I know. You know what?
Yes.
Lorraine is dyslexic.
I know.
And she's our guest today.
I know that. I'm so excited.
I know. I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I can handle it.
Why are you nervous? You were with her on The Sopranos for.
Let me just tell you about my one line when I was on The Sopranos. And I had one line as the hostess in the restaurant, and I could not say the line.
What line was it?
I don't even remember the line, but it was like, sorry, but there's no, you're going to have to wait an hour for your table. The hostess that turns Lorraine away in the pilot.
Oh, that was your scene with her.
Yeah, and I couldn't say the line because I was so nervous to be with
Karen,
her.
Karen from Goodfellas.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm nervous. I don't know how to interview people. This is new for us. We're learning. This is like,
a work in progress.
Learning is fun, and we're learning. And I lay in bed and I think, what questions do I want to ask Lorraine? And then in the morning, I ask my boyfriend to type them out, and then, hi, guys. How are ya? Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Doing the best we can, one day at a time.
Let's not hold this up because she is the OG gangster goddess. She has been nominated for an Academy Award, for multiple Emmys, multiple Golden Globes for both her performance in Goodfellas and The Sopranos. But to me, she's way more than just Melfi or Karen. To me, she embodies so many other things. She's also an author. She's written 2 books, On the Couch and To the Fullest.
Yeah.
About her life experiences, depression, from self-help to a diet, a sort of a diet, liver cleanse, how to take care of your body from the inside out, sort of thing.
But we're going to get
she's
into
a mom,
and we're going to get into all that, like women do.
And she's a single mom.
Yeah.
And for me, that I relate to that immensely because I'm a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to ask her all these questions. So yeah.
3 broads.
Without further ado, which is my favorite thing to say.
You love it.
We need to come up with something better. Without further ado, we bring you Bracco.
Oh, Bracco.
Bracco. Freaking Bracco.
Our broad Bracco.
Yeah, from the East Coast.
Yeah.
We got Bracco from the East Coast.
Bracco from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And Long Island.
All right.
You're like, shut it.
Okay.
I got it, Chris.
Here she comes.
Okay. Ooh. Yes.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Yes.
We're not going to talk right now.
No, we're going to eat.
I'm just going to eat. Thanks.
Smells delicious.
Oh, I love this
A little
bread
olive
so
oil?
much. Chris.
Yeah.
Since we're gonna partake here with our little bites of our bread, can you just share with our audience how they can get this amazing bread delivered to their homes?
If I can talk with a mouthful, I can.
I'm sure you can.
Okay. Well, Uprising Food is offering our listeners, free shipping when you go to uprisingfood.com and use the code GANGSTER at checkout. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. It's paleo, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's dairy-free, soy-free, preservative-free, and
grain-free. In stereo.
And all those breads are usually not so yummy. This one, game changer. All right, we have to get back to Lorraine Bracco.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I mean,
yeah,
we're thrilled.
Really excited to have you here because you are the OG gangster goddess. That's right. And
I guess the O must mean old.
No.
I am
listen.
the oldest.
You're the oldest, Gigi?
Yeah.
I'm getting there. She's younger than me, but
I mean, you look fabulous. Can we start with what's your secret? Because, oh my God.
To the fullest.
To the fullest.
How's
to the
gray?
fullest.
Yeah.
I just covered up my gray before I came here with a spray bottle.
I used
Yeah.
with eyeshadow. I used eyeshadow.
I used to do that, but now I'm like, yeah, no, it, no more.
If
I let
I
it go.
had hair like yours, I would not.
It works well.
I would. The blonde hair with the gray hair is.
That's what I got going. It's
It looks
crazy.
great.
No, yours looks nice. I like it. You have dark hair, so the silver looks good with the dark hair.
No, I let it go. It's my hair.
I love it. You're like you. Do you remember my mom? Do you ever remember meeting
Very
her?
well. You know,
'Cause
it's so funny. You're going to laugh. I remember this, and I remember never getting to say that I felt bad. But when you and Michael, you're going to laugh, okay? When you and Michael won the Emmy, and you guys went up there, and I put my hands in my lap, and I prayed that we would all be able to have the Emmy that year. And your mom is next to me, and I never said to her, "Oh my God, she won!"
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, please let us get it this time. Please, please, we deserve it. We worked so hard, you know." And I always felt bad that I kind of like shut down and went into this, you know, mode. And I didn't like tell her, "Oh my God, she did it." And I always felt bad about that.
No, don't ever. You know what I felt bad about? How nervous I was when I was there and that I couldn't even say anything on stage.
Listen, it happens to the best of us. Look at Joe Pesci when he won the Academy Award for Goodfellas. He went, "Thank you." And he ran off.
I don't even remember.
Did you ever see that?
No.
That's a classic.
Oh, I love him so much.
I do too. And he's one of the funniest people I know.
You think I'm funny?
Yeah.
I make you laugh?
You think I'm
Oh
funny?
my God.
Yes.
Well, speaking of nerves and being nervous on all those awful award night ceremonies, I'm nervous right now having you here because it takes me right back to being 26 years old when I first had that very first scene in the pilot, and it was with you and Jim. And Jim, I didn't know who he was yet, but you. All I saw in my mind's eye with my one line that I had to say that I couldn't say. And you know when you fuck up one line and you just can't stop doing it and your nerves take over?
We all do it.
I had visions of Karen putting that gun in her panties, and that was all I could think about. That was it.
Oh my God.
I was in love with you.
Oh my God.
Oh, I loved you so much. I was at the premiere of Goodfellas when I was 18.
Oh my God.
Crazy. I was Bob Daly's guest because I was friends with his son.
Oh my God, how fabulous.
I know.
In LA or New York?
I was in New York, and I'll never forget. They started taking pictures of me when I got there, and they thought I was Madonna. I was like, why are they taking pictures of me? And then they realized, it's not her, and they just left me in the dust. And I was like,
forget it.
I don't know what
this...
this...
feel good, huh?
that was my...
good for a minute.
Yeah, it was my initiation to the industry. I was like, I don't think I'm going to stick with film school. I don't like this acting shit. But yeah, you...
I remember that. Wow.
I was 18 when I came to that. You were 36 when you did that film, right? When you did Goodfellas?
Goodfellas? I do it by age of the children.
I understand that.
So Stella was about 4.
Oh, she was a baby.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Stella...
She loved you.
I know.
She loves the Drea.
She loved me when we were doing the show. And I always, you always made me feel so unbelievably uncomfortable. Sorry. Comfortable. I always felt so unbelievably uncomfortable. But whenever I would see you, it was like a light in the distance. I was like, okay, things are cool because she's warm, accepting, a real kind of sister, even though you were older than me. I never looked at age even back then. I just looked at whether or not somebody's vibe and energy was warm and inviting. And you always had this, like, it's no wonder, of course, that you played Melfi, who was the consigliere to the show and the heartbeat to the show. Yeah. And all those scenes were the heartbeat.
Drea, I learned that. And I learned it from Angelica Houston.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
I just got chills.
I want to hear this story.
Tell us.
We're
was
like
all
getting...
by myself. I was given the LA Critic Award for Goodfellas. And I'm all by myself. I don't have a press agent. I don't know anything. I'm clueless, okay? I don't know how Hollywood works or how an actor has an entourage. So they have the car come pick me up, and I get out of the car, and like you, I'm a little dumbstruck with all the cameras and people, and I'm trying to find where to hide. And Angelica sees me, and she takes me by the arm. And I say, "Oh my God, Angelica, I've been such a fan, blah, 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 blah." And she just said, I was like talking probably, a mile a minute. And she just looked at me, she said, "Take a deep breath and get used to it, baby."
From one broad to another.
Yeah.
And kind of pushed me on, in front of the step and repeat, whatever that was, But
Did you know her before?
No.
No.
I'd met her, but I didn't really know her. But she whispered that, "Get used to it, baby."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when a woman in this industry comes to you with that kind of, when they want to take care of you in that way, there's no other feeling than really that. I mean, and you made me feel that way early on the show. Whether you wouldn't even be aware of it, I'm sure.
I'm not aware of it.
But there's a way you would tell me about your daughter and how much she loved me. It made me feel, like I was okay. In a strange way, because I felt uncomfortable always being on set. I was a little bit the odd man out. I came in there out of nowhere, but yeah, you always.
I'm so happy to know that, because I am unaware. But I always felt that I'm no better than anybody else, and let's do the best.
Your presence on set, though.
Fun. I always wanted to have fun at those things.
Yes. But even on set, like the way the crew loved you, I mean, the way Ginger talks about you and all of the crew, I mean.
That's because they felt bad that I had to work with Jimmy alone.
I heard that he used to play practical pranks on you. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. I've heard these stories.
What did he do? You have to tell me some stories. I have to hear at least one.
Often when you do a scene with somebody and they're telling the story, so you usually put the camera on them first. So that was always Jimmy coming in with, his 5 pages of dialogue and whatever. And he was absolutely astonishing to watch.
Oh, I mean,
he would take my breath away sometimes. I'd be like, "Whoa." And then I'd be like, "Oh my God, my line."
What am I doing here?
I'm supposed to be there. And anytime he saw me come in, he always knew, "Oh God, I got to learn all those lines." He had like a love-hate relationship with me. So
is it true that you told David early on that I'm only coming in 1 day a week? So we're going to shoot all these therapy scenes, and because you would shoot those scenes in 1 day, actually, because they're all on the same set.
Yeah, we shot them all anyway on 1 day.
That's tough.
I would have liked to have said that, but I don't believe I said that.
Oh, I wish you would have.
But it was a lot of work for him. Yeah. So when he was done, he was so relieved that he used to strip.
Oh my God. I can't imagine.
And be rude and disgusting and, literally like do a strip tease behind the camera. Now,
oh my God.
Remember how it was when we showed, when Jimmy shot, we did his point of view. there was always a black screen around everything so he could really, concentrate. And then, of course, when they did the reverse, they did the same. So the crew couldn't see him.
While you were doing...
Yeah, no, Ginger told me he had to have black scrims up everywhere because he didn't want to see anybody but her.
But wait, when you were doing...
to see anybody move. I think it's the movement that really, So nobody could see him, only me. So there he is.
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't even know. I mean, he would moon me, and
oh my God.
How are you doing your scene during
and
that?
And then they would be mad at me.
Yeah.
It was your fault.
I said, you don't see him. I'm sure they have 8 outtakes of me screaming, you don't see what he's doing to
Get
me.
him out.
Did they ever do a bloopers reel? I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever seen a big bloopers reel on the show.
I don't know, but mine would be like, tell him to stop it.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's cute.
You don't see what he's doing to me.
It's like a brother-sister relationship.
And with Jeff Marchetti.
Oh boy.
Who was on my side. Because
God.
He knew. So we would what we did was we planted one of those fart machines. Now usually what you do is you put it under your chair. But Marchetti was cunning, and he put it under my chair and he taped it, and he had a remote control.
Oh my God. I think I remember hearing about this.
I set it up in the morning. I said to Jimmy, listen, I don't feel good. I don't know what I ate. I did something. I'm sweating. I'm not good, but I'm here. I'm going to go lie down before we go. So I set it up. My stomach is killing me.
Oh, no.
It was you farting the whole time.
This is
so
the
with
best.
Marchetti, when I would go like this, and he would press the button.
Oh my God. No.
I'm gonna do that with you in your chair.
I can't.
He was like, I said, I told you I don't feel good.
Oh.
I don't feel good.
Oh my God. Marchetti, just for everybody who doesn't know who we're talking about, he was our main prop guy, right? Or was he was set design? What was
that? Yeah.
I don't remember. But he was the funniest person that ever lived, and he ended up being on the show.
Oh,
and he ended up becoming one of Jim's really close friends.
Oh.
He was a great guy. And so Jimmy finally said, you're fucking around with me. And he grabs me, and he takes my chair, and he lifts up the cushion, but there's nothing there. I said, I told you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. We laughed so hard. I mean, it was not easy to pull a prank on him. It was not.
They need to find that footage. That has to live somewhere.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
And then the other time, I was very
nasty.
I took Annabella's, what do you call those? Extensions.
Oh, the hair. You took the hair?
I took her extensions and I put them like on the outside of my pantyhose so that when I would cross my legs, I would have the hair.
You had a big bush? You knew you were coming to talk to me today, Lorraine.
By the way, you're my kind of gal. I just got to say that. That's awesome.
I laughed my head off. He looked at me like, what the?
Amazing.
It's been a while.
That was a good one. That was good.
This might be the only interview you've talked about these things in.
I had all hair and makeup in on it. I put them in the front. We made sure it was long enough, so that it would stick out of my skirt.
Your nice Melfi skirt.
Yes.
Your basic instinct moment with your big giant bush down to your knees.
Yeah.
That was a basic instinct.
Totally turn off.
Oh my God, amazing.
I don't know. For some, they might be into that.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But it was fun.
I kid you guys.
I did do fun things, to get him back.
But that's what that all of that is what made you the warm, most fun, most accessible person, and you were the godmother on the set because you were the only one who anybody even knew.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I mean, you were Karen.
Karen.
Well, and Michael Imperioli was in Goodfellas, and he was Spider.
Yeah, well, but still, you were Karen. Not on. I mean, I'll never forget it. I mean, it's the best freaking movie of all time. And then The Sopranos emulated so much of that movie, even Mean Streets, I felt like.
Yeah.
But I mean, talking about those two.
It was the working class.
Yes. And the subcultures and that, I mean, you were at the top of both of those genres for TV and for film.
I've been lucky.
I know.
Been lucky.
But you're so much more than just, to me, Melfi and the characters you've played. To me, you're so, because of your energy on set, because of the big Friday nights on set. I mean, Friday nights were your nights, right? That's when you guys shot, was a Friday night on set.
We always
Mostly,
shot like
right?
the last day of any episode. So that's how, because just gave Jimmy a longer time to study his lines.
What about the cue cards? Because we all know that, how we all do. Ginger was the only one allowed with the cue cards.
Yes.
I know me and Ray worked off of cue cards and Shades of Blue the whole time. Liotta, which I'll ask you about him later too, because I think we both love him.
Oh, love Ray.
I know, me too.
I don't know him, but he sounds fabulous.
You love him.
I think he's so fucking sexy.
Oh my God,
he is
sexy guy.
The most. But he's sexy the same way you're sexy. And the reason why you guys are so freaking sexy is because you're so funny and so open and
You know what? If it wasn't for Ray and Goodfellas, he would shove me on my mark. Because I was never an actor, and I'm just not. That I was always trying to, except for Melfi, I always tried to be very kind of spontaneous. So if something would hit me, I would try it. And I was all over the place. And Ray really kept me together in that way. He kept me focused. But I'll tell you a great Goodfellas story, which I personally am very proud of.
Tell us.
Do tell.
I'm taking my glasses off for this one because I'm just going to listen.
I want to hear this story. I have a feeling she's got like the devilish smile on, so I don't know.
So, being honestly, most of the time the only woman there when we did Goodfellas. I'm trying to think, what am I talking about? Goodfellas. and in the beginning, it was really only me and Ray and the boys. And that was like the first, let's say, month of shooting. And then it changed. And then they went off and did a lot of other things. But so for that first month, I'm with all the boys and Ray, and Marty called us the kids. Bring in the kids. Okay, bring in the kids. Okay. And
the Italian babies.
Yeah, it was fun. So now we're into it. We kind of all know each other well, and it's easy and more fun and more focused in a way. So we're shooting the scene where she asks for the money to go shopping. This much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I remember that.
Now that was written. Nick Pileggi wrote it. And we did one take. Maybe we did 2 takes. And I go over to Ray and to Marty and I go, do me a favor. Don't cut so quick. Okay, fine. They're like, all right. So I do this, he gives me the money, right? Or whatever. And I slide down Ray's body to give him a job. And my favorite. I mean,
Their
I
mouths
was
were
on the
like,
floor at the time, but just to feel Ray go down, literally, I slithered down.
Oh,
And
yes, you did.
and he's like, oh, okay.
Of course, Scorsese didn't put that in there.
And the best was when Marty called cut, the crew went crazy.
Oh,
sure.
I love it.
And they left. They kept it.
Oh yeah,
But
I
was
would never have the balls to do that. By the way,
that's
me and my
good.
big mouth and my, I act like I'm
yeah.
so tough,
No.
petrified to make a choice like that or any choice on set.
But that was, like somebody's going to hand you, your husband's going to hand you this much money.
hey, you got to do your job too.
And it's Ray Liotta.
You got to do your part. That's your part. I mean,
I thought it was very fun and sexy and spontaneous, which was
love
good.
it.
But that's the trust that Ray let me have with him.
Right.
yeah.
That was important. There was a lot of that between us. Not easy scenes to do without trust.
No.
I trusted him and I loved him.
I love that. I love him too. I love him so. He and I fought a lot on our TV show, actually, but there was like a lot. But I adored him, and Ginger adored him. We would warn new people that were coming in. Watch out for Ray. Watch out for Ray.
Why? I heard he's a sweetheart.
Between J-Lo and Ray, we did a TV show together with Jennifer Lopez. And we would joke around. Yeah. No, J-Lo's not the diva. It's Ray.
Oh, I
Ray's
love it.
the diva. Ray's our diva. But like but I say it with the most affection.
Yeah.
He's such a gentle, warm, wild soul.
He's also very funny.
Oh, the funniest. I mean, one of the funniest. And the way if he's in a bad mood, he's in a bad mood. You stay away from him. He reminded me of Jim in that way.
Right.
In certain ways, you knew when to stay away, and you knew when it was time to fuck around and have a great time.
The other thing that Ray also did to me was recently when we had like the 25-year anniversary of Goodfellas, and we're all in this semicircle doing this Today Show or one of those shows, and Ray's next to me, and I have Paul Savino on one side, Ray, and then Robert is next to Ray. And Ray is playing footsies with me.
Yeah, of course.
And Paul Savino is telling this very serious story of how difficult it was for him to play a gangster and this and that. And Ray is all up and down my leg. And I'm sitting there and I'm smiling. I'm smiling, giggling. I don't know, what am I going to do, And Paul Savino, I look over at Paul and I'm like smiling. He goes, "What's so funny?"
Oh boy.
Nothing.
And I'm like, "Oh my God." I couldn't think of anything to say. And I said,
"Oh my God."
Well, Ray is playing footsies with me.
Called him out.
Ray, of course, with the straight face. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Thanks a lot. You just threw me under the bus. But he was fun.
I heard that was the first time you saw the movie. Is when you saw it in the 25th anniversary. Is that true?
I saw it a little before. I went to that Hollywood.
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never seen a movie there.
Me neither. Been wanting to go.
Oh my God. Do it.
It was cool. I've seen music there.
But wait, that's the first time you've seen it there?
It's the first time I saw the whole movie through with an audience. Otherwise, I had seen clips and pieces, and I never really watch anything I'm in. So I never, I would be on TV and I would go, and then they did this, and Monica said, "Lorraine, that's the way to see this movie." It was a full moon.
Oh, it's cool.
It was so, please, I beg you to go. It's incredible.
Magical.
Only if they're showing
It's
Goodfellas.
magical.
I'm only going if they're showing Goodfellas.
We live in LA, so it's ridiculous that we
Listen,
haven't been.
I don't like
have
to
tell
say
you
that I'm looking at my phone for one reason. I asked Ray to send me a message, a voice note for you today to make you laugh. But he didn't. I wanted him to send me one of those, but I don't think he's seen the message yet. But I also think he might be mad at me because when he started the movie with David Chase, he was calling me a lot to find out intel on David, what he could and could not, and what it was like. And because he knew, everybody knows that David is David and has his personality, and what, we all knew how we should be to a certain degree. And I didn't see that message until because I don't check voicemails, and he left me a voicemail. So I was wondering if he called you to get intel on David Chase. He never did, huh? Oh my God, I'm surprised too.
I'm surprised. Maybe he doesn't have my number.
Oh.
I know you want. I loved that Sebastian Maniscalco.
I don't know how to say his name. Maniscalco? Is it Scalco?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh.
Who the hell? I don't know.
He called me for advice because he was going into audition.
Oh.
With Marty and Robert and Joe Pesci.
For The Irishman?
Yeah. I gave him good advice.
Did he get it? Was he in it? I haven't seen it yet. I still have not seen that film.
I want to hear the advice.
Yeah, what was the advice? Go.
Well, because I said to him, if Marty, Robert, and Joe are in the room, they want you.
Yeah.
They want you.
Yeah.
So with that, they're not calling everybody in to do a reading or meet them when they're not sure. They want you. So know that, and they want you to be great. They want you to be you. They want you to be great. Don't go too heavy in your head.
That's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah,
the worst. It's the worst feeling walking in those rooms. But when you know they want you, you can walk in with that confidence.
And I said to him, trust me. They're not calling you in because they don't want you. They want you to be the best you can be. They will give you everything you need to be great. They're not there to hurt you or put you down or, they want it. So, he was like, it never occurred to him.
Yeah. But even when you get in that room, you're shaking. I mean, I'm nervous doing an interview with you for fuck's sake.
I agree with her. But how was your audition process? Did you audition for The Sopranos, or they just called you?
They wanted her for Carmela. Of course, he wanted her for Carmela.
I did have to go to LA and read for Chris Albrecht.
Oh, you did?
Jimmy.
I didn't think you read.
I read. They want, they just said, please,
Yeah.
the role's yours, but please come and,
Play
I
ball.
said, all right, I'm coming to LA. Nice. Put me up at the Peninsula. I'm in.
Yeah, that was our spot.
Okay.
How did you get out of the role of Carmela?
Well, I didn't really get out of it. When I met David, I said to him, listen, I did Carmela. I'm not going to do it any better than that. I said, I love the script. I said, I want you to know that they forced me to read it. I had no desire to read another mob, anything.
Oh my God.
So with that, when I read it, I was like, whoa.
You fell in love.
Oh, whoa, wait. Oh, I get it.
Too,
Yeah.
I get it. I don't want to play. I said to my agents, I don't want to play Carmela. I want to play Melfi. And they were like, can you please not say that? Can you just please go in there? You know how agents are. The script is called The Sopranos. It's not called Dr. Melfi. Don't talk yourself out of a part. This guy really wants to meet you. I said, okay, fine. So when I met David, I told him, I want to play Melfi. And he was like, you want to play Melfi? I said, yes. I said, for a couple of reasons. I'm a very different woman than I was when I made Goodfellas. I'm older, I'm wiser, and I love the intimacy of that relationship. It's fantastic. You've never seen it really on screen, really. And you never seen an educated Italian American woman. I said, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the
Wouldn't that
best
be
scenes.
fun?
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to ask you a question about that actually, because you're in so many scenes about the Anti-Defamation Society with Richard Romanus, who was in Mean Streets, as a matter of fact, and he plays your husband. And you know, what you say to him, I think it's an Employee of the Month, but you're always kind of the mouthpiece for that on the show. But I never really did press on the show, but when they would catch me, I was so loud and obnoxious about that one thing. And I found myself saying, I just watched Employee of the Month again this morning. I don't know why I did that, because I cried all friggin' morning, by the way. But listening to you say what you say to him about the Anti-Defamation Society and how insecure he must feel to not be able to embrace his heritage and for all of its, you know, beauty and stuff. It's kind of what I was always saying. Did you have to talk about that a lot when you were on the show? Because I'm sure you got asked those questions when we were doing publicity.
I did, and this is how I handled it. I went to my father, who worked in the Fulton Fish Market his whole life. And I said, Dad, does the show bother you in any way? Does it make you feel less desirable, or not a good person, or not a good Italian, or this and that? And he looked at me and he was like, Lorraine, it's a TV show.
Yeah. Like, amen.
Noted.
Okay.
Noted.
Because if it had bothered him, it would have bothered me. You know what I mean? It would have hurt me in a way. Because my father was a very proud Italian, you know, guy.
Did he appreciate it for all its literary depth and beauty? And I mean, because the show is so beautiful. I mean,
he loved it. Yeah, he loved it. Do you like how dark I am?
You got dark. I saw you got dark and nasty, Lorraine.
Robbie,
Nice.
Dre.
Yeah.
Do you like the snack that I brought in from Uprising Food?
Why don't we have the best sponsors ever?
I love it. It's supporting small business, and this bread is delicious.
Forget about even supporting small business. I mean, this is really insanely delicious. Mainly because I'm always trying to be grain-free, dairy-free, soy-free, preservative-free. And honestly, most of those breads, they seriously suck.
Oh my God, our listeners are hearing us chew.
Oh, sorry, guys. For those of you that are not watching on YouTube, we are furiously chewing on the golden loaf.
It's delicious.
This is the reason why I like it personally, aside from it being delicious, because most of these breads are not, it is like it does all this amazing stuff for your gut.
They say it's like a supplement.
Yeah, it's like a superfood.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beyond just, you know, substituting bread with other bread because you have to be free of certain things in your diet. This is really, really health conscious bread.
Made without gluten and grain free. It's amazing.
Yeah. Soy free, preservative free. We've already gone over that.
Yeah.
But more importantly, we are dipping it
in
an olive oil mixture of lemon peel, crushed red pepper, garlic powder, garlic salt, black pepper, and
she just whipped this up in 2 seconds in my kitchen. I mean, so good with this bread.
All the crunchy stuff. For those of you that can see on the olive oil, I'm going to saturate this mic right now.
Well, it's also great with that salad you make, the Caesar kale salad.
These make great croutons.
Yeah.
And it comes like this. I mean, it comes in a 6-pack.
I don't know. However you.
It comes like 6 loaves, I think, at once. I'm not really sure, but they deliver it to your home in this box. You take all these little boxes out, stick them in the freezer, and then put the one you're about to use in your fridge. And it's my favorite.
You know what my kids love? Grilled cheese on it. It's
Yep.
delicious.
We're gonna try French toast tomorrow.
Or avocado toast. Have you tried that?
I have. The
With
avocado toast with this bread is amazing.
I mean, I know it's not vegan, but I put an egg on it too. It's delicious.
This is vegan.
I know, but I'm not, so I alter it a little bit. Anyway, sorry for chewing on the microphone.
We're Italian. We gotta eat bread.
We gotta eat.
We have not found a solution to the best gluten-free pasta yet.
But
We're searching.
Yeah.
We have now found a solution to the best grain-free and preservative-free, dairy-free bread.
This is our dough.
It's our dough, yo.
It's our dough, yo. Go to uprisingfood.com and order the new gold standard in healthy bread and get free shipping by using the code GANGSTA at checkout.
Oh my God, why? Why is it so
Support-
good though?
Support small business is what we love to do, and this is a small business, so do it.
I want to
great.
interview the people who make this bread and find out why it's this soft.
It truly is amazing.
Why is it so mushy and soft?
I don't know.
For a grain-free
But
bread.
then you toast it too, and you're going to have that little... Okay, we're pigging out. Back to the show.
Yeah, back to Lorraine.
All right, I'm going to have light.
Okay.
Let there be light. Oh my God, you really are beautiful.
We need to know your skin secrets, because whatever you're doing, we want some.
Lorraine, you were in silhouette before. You became a silhouette.
But you look so bright, and I was like, well, I'm a little dark here.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking too.
you
I
were
was like,
getting
we're bright,
dark.
you're dark.
Wait, Lorraine, are you blonde? Are you white? Are you silver?
I'm
It looks
gray.
blonde.
Yeah, white. It's like white.
It looks like it grew in
you know what? It looks
perfectly.
like it's blonde right now that you put the freaking light on.
Right. It's white.
It looks
I
great.
love it. You gorgeous. Oh my God, Melfi of the teeth and the mouth. They call me the dirty dentist, Lorraine.
You got
They
Kale.
meaning me. They meaning me.
It's the
I call her
same-
the dirty dentist. Yeah.
No, we're good.
Is it good? I think that looks good. That's good. Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, you don't want it to. You don't need too much light. We're good. We're
We're good.
But back to oh, I have to ask you a question because this relates to me, and I'm totally selfish. So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you have any regrets about not wanting to be typecast after you did it once? Because I really went balls to the wall about it, and now that I'm older, I'm almost 50. Honestly, the only thing I want to do at this point is play those roles because they're the juiciest. And my younger self, because I've seen that letter you wrote to your younger self, which I love so much. Do you have regrets about not wanting to be typecast in that sort of role?
You know, sadly, Hollywood will do that. I don't do it, but everybody else does. Look, I'm a New Yorker. I have many facets to myself and in my life. I lived in France for 10 years. I speak fluent French. People are always like, what?
Italian too, right?
I speak a little Italian and more Spanish, really, to tell you the truth.
Oh.
I'm a mother. And I have taken great pride in being a decent mom, single mom, with two girls that are incredibly smart and beautiful and good. My kids are good. My children are really nice.
That's an achievement right there, because that's all you really want. I have two kids too. Obviously, Dre does too. But that's all you want for them, right?
Sure.
I'm a single mom too.
Very difficult in this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very entitled. And you see it all over the place. But Margot went and got an MBA at Wharton. Stella's a doctor.
Oh my God.
Stella's a doctor? Stop it right now. That little baby girl from back then is a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they went opposite.
She works with the criminally insane, Stella.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
No, she does. She does. She's unbelievable. She works at, she's incredible. Very hard.
We're going to want her on the podcast
I mean,
now.
do you worry about her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sure
But
she's
you know
gorgeous
what?
with your genes,
Beautiful.
especially.
I think that they relate to her because she's herself. She's witty. She's smart. She's funny. She's she's a little like what do you call him? That the actor who did that show, the doctor, Hugh. She's a little bit of a Savant.
Oh, are you talking about House? That guy?
House. Yes.
I can't believe I got that.
Savant.
I don't even watch TV, and I got that.
Yes.
That one's got a little house in her.
Wow. So she's psychiatrist? Is she an analyst? Psychologist. Okay.
She's got a PhD.
Wow.
Amazing.
And she's young. She's beautiful. And I think that she takes people for who they are. You know, she doesn't want to push them around or, preach or anything. She's
so she sees the person behind the criminal.
That, and also behind schizophrenic, there's a lot of, mental illness.
We need to have her.
Oh yeah, we want to have her on the podcast now.
Yes.
She's amazing. You should.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
you would, Drea, you'd be shocked.
Oh my God.
She deals
She
with
was 12 when wasn't she 12? She was my daughter's age.
So what is she, 30 something now?
She's 34.
34.
Oh, she's a big girl now.
Yeah. And Margot's married. I have 2 grandchildren.
Oh, I can't believe you have grandchildren. I feel like time stood still, but it really didn't. So many things have happened in between then and now.
Yeah.
You have grandbabies.
Right?
How did that feel? That must be amazing.
But I have to say, I think I always said it was easy to go to work.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Much harder to be a parent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sure.
100%.
Yep.
I saw that you when you wrote your book, you wrote that that when you're approaching 50, that women can feel invisible.
Yes.
And then I was wondering about how I thought about when I first gave birth to my daughter, and I was younger, I was 36, but I had the first feeling of what it felt like to suddenly become invisible or to take the back seat. And that quickly left because the joy of raising my baby was like, and a girl, and to fix all the mistakes my own mother made and all these sort of things. And now I think about that, and I thought about you writing that, and what it's like raising two girls, knowing that this is like when you have those moments of feeling that way, how do you step through that to break through, to be able to be there and be present? And I heard you talking about presence a lot and being present. Yes. And I love it.
It's, look, I read once that it said, when children grow up with a mother who never fulfilled her dreams, it's very, very hard on the kid.
Tony Soprano.
I could imagine. Yeah.
Very, very difficult. Now, I had a mother who was talented, who could sing, who was on the stage in England. My mother was English. She was a war bride, but never fulfilled any of those dreams. And I feel she was bitter about, never being able to succeed. I mean, she succeeded being a good mom, being a great house keeper, becoming a really good cook. I mean, she did great things. I mean, I'm not great at any of those things, to tell you the truth, but she, I feel she was unfulfilled. Let's put it that way. I think that's the right word. And I think when you have an unfulfilled parent, the children suffer.
I agree. I think so too, especially when they don't have any awareness of it too. Because my mom had awareness of her stuff when she was younger.
No, your mother was aware. Your mother was there. She was smart. She was beautiful. She was funny. No, your mom was interesting.
She has dementia now, and I was reading about your book, which it's not. But Lorraine, the whole thing relates to her diet. I mean, it relates to past traumas as well. You know, she was raised in a mafia household. I never talked about it when I was on the show, but my family is, they had their connect. It was a mafia princess, but she was a mafia princess, so she was destroyed by that. And then she wrote about it for years because she was a playwright. I can't believe that you were never in any of her stuff when she was doing all that stuff. I don't know if you studied with Uta Hagen, but Uta would always play these Italian characters in her plays. It made no sense at all.
Right, but she could relate to the soul.
Yeah, she could, but it was so it was hard to watch being a girl from Queens and to watch this Austrian woman playing your grandmother. You're like, what?
But it's
I want somebody to talk like this.
But come on, it's like watching a lot of actors who think they can put a New York accent on.
Yeah. No, they can't do it.
It's painful.
No, they can't do it. It's only a few. It's only the very few. I think the Australians get it every now and then, but honestly, most Americans don't.
The only one who did it for me was Tom Hardy.
He did a good one. He did that movie with Jim, right?
I don't think it was with Jim, but he played a guy from Brooklyn or Queens, and he did a great accent. But he is the only motherfucker.
Wait, what about Gary Oldman did an okay one in State of Grace? No, I think the English and the Australians, they can get it, but the Americans don't get it. It's weird.
It's so specific.
It's very specific.
It's sing-songy. It's not easy,
It is sing-songy.
And it always bothers me when you have characters that come from New York and they speak like they're from California.
Yeah.
Or the
they talk like me now. I try to speak like I'm from California.
Do you?
My daughter always says, "You don't have a New York accent." I'm like, "Yes, I do."
But, it's a very specific, manier of speaking, a way of speaking.
Yeah, and I think, that's the big issue with us and getting typecast too, is that, it's 20 years later and I can't get a fucking job because The Sopranos has had a rebirth, which I love because all these 20-year-olds are obsessed with the show, and I've been enjoying that a lot. But at the same time, all of these casting people say, "Oh, no. She's Adriana, and she talks like this, and she can't play anything other than that." And I'm just like, that was 20 years ago. I was 26. I'm 50 now.
Short-sighted.
Yeah.
Short-sighted.
It's crazy.
Honestly, when casting people say, "Oh no," I'm like, really? I'm telling you, I can play this part really well.
Yeah.
And you're telling me no?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like. Oh, hi guys. Yeah, Chris and I are Beavis and Butthead right now. That's right. You're watching us watch ourselves on the Gangster Goddess broadcast, interviewing the infamous, the famous Dr. Melfi, Lorraine Bracco,
Amazing.
All those things. Anyway, I don't know why I said infamous. I think I was just getting really excited. I was getting excited. Yes, you just interrupted us watching ourselves. This is what's happening.
No, we're watching with them. So we're actually watching with you guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this is a rewatch, right? So we're rewatching the rewatch with our listeners. Anyway, the reason why we're here doing this sort of drop-in thing, and we were just watching Lorraine talk about stereotyping and all those things, which I have a few thousand words to say about that.
Well, you did. But, you were saying, I can't believe it. My God.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyhow, our Lorraine interview went so long and we had so much fun just, shooting the shit with her that we had to break it up into 2 episodes because we never stopped talking like 3 chiacchierons. So you guys are going to have to tune in next week for the rest of Lorraine's Goodfellas stories, Scorsese, Liotta, Tony Soprano, Sopranos, Melfi, and to talk about her new project on HGTV. It's already been announced. Anyways, yeah. So
there's a lot more coming.
Sure
there's a lot more coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to break it up. I mean, she's the queen. You know what I mean?
She deserves two episodes. Plus, I don't know, there's some really good juice in the second half. I gotta tell you, I watched the whole thing because we make edit notes. But now we're rewatching it. But there's some great stuff.
Lorraine's like me. There's no edit button. It's just like, Lorraine's not pleading the fifth right now.
No, she's like, here I am. This is who I am. Accept me or love me or bye-bye.
Yeah. So tune in next week to Apple Podcasts or YouTube or, come join us. Come sit with us. We'll be sitting here just like this, watching with you guys.
Like this.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did I just say that? Did Lorraine just say that? I don't even know what's going on.
She's great. And she looks amazing. I can't even get over. She's gorgeous.
And I like that she wore that shirt because she knew she was coming onto my filthy ass world.
The nasty. For our listeners who aren't watching us, she wore a shirt that said nasty across the chest, which is kind of funny. Knowing Dre's mouth and what a nasty gal what a nasty broad.
It made me feel good that she probably remembered from the days of yore that I was nasty even back then.
I love it.
Yeah.
One thing before we go.
What?
Lindsay writes in and she says the heart of the show is the therapy scenes, in her opinion. And so any stories Lorraine has filming with Jimmy would be so great. And also, it's so great to see her back on social media. I guess quarantine has all of us with time on our hands to spare. Between the three of you ladies, I know it'll be a wild time. Can't wait. Also, Dre, your friend reading the lyrics to WAP had me dying laughing. Thank you both for keeping fans entertained during this crazy time. We didn't do the Mafia mailbag in the beginning because we had it Lorraine, so I wanted to read one little tidbit.
The Mafia mailbag. Well, guys, you should all tune in next week to see if we can get Lorraine to read the lyrics of WAP. And no, it's not without papers in this situation. It would be wet ass beep.
I love that. You just beeped yourself. That's pretty good.
Yep. I'm trying not to curse, people.
She's a bad girl, just like you.
Yeah. Lorraine is the husky voiced, sexy toothed. She's got kind of like you, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Look who's talking.
Yeah. The mouth. It's the mouth on you guys. But hers is even more exaggerated than yours. She's just one of the most beautiful women I've ever laid eyes on, and sexy.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Mm-hmm.
Totally gorgeous.
Anyway, I think
tune
that's
in next
it, right?
week, guys. Come and listen to us once again with the good Dr. Melfi.
Good Dr. Melfi. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Show our sponsors some love. Uprising Food. And thank you for supporting our show. Support small business. Support Uprising Foods.
I love their bread. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next Tuesday for part 2 of Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah, part 2. Let's go with a part 2.
Yeah, part 2. See you next Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
See you next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Gangster Goddess Broadcast is a UV Ways and Monkey Mind Music Group production. Executive produced by Drea and Chris, and theme song by UV Waves.